A billionaire, a courtroom, and a trial that could end everything he built. His lawyer walked away. The press expected collapse. The jury expected silence. But one voice rose where none should have spoken. A voice from the gallery, the voice of his maid. She was not trained in law. She was not expected to stand. But when everyone abandoned him, she did not. This is the story of the black maid who defended a billionaire in court when no one else would, and how her courage revealed truths far larger than the case itself. To understand how extraordinary this story is, we first need to understand the world it came from. The billionaire at the center of this trial was not a man without enemies. He had built a vast empire in real estate, technology investments, and finance. Like many at his level, he lived in a world of power, prestige, and constant scrutiny. But behind closed doors, his personal life was more isolated than most imagined. He was unmarried. He had few close friends. And though many worked for him, few actually knew him. One of the very few who did was his maid. Her name was Clarissa Johnson. Clarissa was not born into privilege. She came from a working-class family, the oldest of 5 siblings. Her life had been defined by labor, resilience, and responsibility. She began working for the billionaire not out of ambition, but necessity. Her job was simple: maintain his home, manage his domestic environment, and ensure the spaces he lived in were orderly. But over years of quiet service, Clarissa became something more than a maid. She became one of the only constants in his life. She was there when he left for meetings. She was there when he returned late at night. And though few noticed, she became one of the few people who spoke to him like a person, not just a powerful man. That relationship, built not on contracts or wealth, but trust and daily presence, would later matter in ways no one could have predicted. The crisis came suddenly. The billionaire was accused of serious financial misconduct. The charges carried not just fines, but the possibility of prison. For the media, it was a story too large to ignore. For his enemies, it was an opportunity too perfect to waste. He hired the best legal team money could buy. At least that was the plan. But courtrooms are not simply about law. They are about loyalty, endurance, and sometimes betrayal. Because on the day that mattered most, his lawyer, the man sworn to defend him, abandoned him. It was the 3rd day of the trial. The courtroom was packed. Journalists filled every available seat. The jury watched with careful eyes. And the prosecution pressed forward with confidence. The billionaire's lawyer, a man known for his sharp tongue and expensive suits, rose to speak. But instead of addressing the court, he turned to his client. And then he walked away. The reason was never entirely clear. Some said the lawyer feared his reputation would be damaged by a losing case. Choice.